We are in Havana, Cuba, in search of El Machete, aka Jorge Goliat. When we arrived, we realized that we still had no idea where Carmen Sandiego is, or this other guy, Jorge Goliat. So we'd spent all this time and all this money based off some YouTube comments. There's nothing more rock solid in life than YouTube comments.
Tenemos los comentarios y mucha gente dice, ¿cómo encuentro a este man? ¿Cómo encuentro? Y ahí otro comenta, él se encuentra en el Oaxaca, en tal lado, cerca de la Santa María.
Lo que hace falta es que localicen bien dónde está.
Exactamente.
Porque él se mueve.
Es como un código que pone ahí, no pone la dirección, sino un código para poder llegar con señas, etc.
Sí, mañana yo voy a hacer lo posible por tratar de ir con usted.
Muy bien.
Mama's willing to go with us to see El Machete? Talk about going that extra mile to get the 5-star Airbnb review.
Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Sigue la visión.
Sí.
Sí.
Mama, our Airbnb host, is taking care of finding where Jorge Goliat is and arranging transportation. This leaves us with a whole lot of free time, so we went to all these beautiful locations where I would make love to the camera, aka OTFs. As a first-time director, I've known about this for a whole 30 minutes. Bet you thought I've been using that term my whole life. Haven't. Definitely haven't.
You like up in front of this tree over here?
So we shot in front of this beautiful church.
So we have been wandering around Havana.
This really stunning, beautiful tree.
So it's only day 2 in Havana for us.
This incredible architecture.
The great news that we're really excited about is that
This really colorful street.
I'm getting surgery tomorrow. There's no fucking, the world could end. I'm still showing up to get surgery.
This amazing backdrop of this ocean behind us.
Tomorrow, machete meets the skin.
Basically, backgrounds porn, which will be our follow-up series to Spiritual Schmuck.
We came to Havana, Cuba on a mission to find Jorge Goliat.
And then, when it was time to say the most important thing I needed to say while making love to the camera, I chose the ugliest place to do it.
So we've just gotten to Havana yesterday.
This gray wall, and my editor was thrilled with me. She said, "Wow, you are such a visionary." I said, "I know.
Do we know exactly where he is? Or
Well, Mama, that's her mission right now. She's like, we're gonna find out. As soon as I find out,
So-
the next one is how we get there.
Going into this, I never thought for a second that our Airbnb host would be so crucial in us pulling this off, right? Basically, things are lining up in ways that I could never have imagined. I was imagining a lot more me running around Havana being like, "Tu sabes un hombre Jorge con machete," and getting a lot of strange looks.
I like walking. And walking. And walking some more. Walking is one of my favorite activities because it allows things to unfold in this very organic, natural way. When you walk out the door, often you're going to work or you're going to do whatever errand you have to run. Often when I walk out the door, it's an aimless, purposeful walk. Now that might sound kind of paradoxical, but that's the nature of my walking. See, when I go left and I go right, I'm listening to an inner voice that's guiding me, telling me what to do. And there's these appointments where I see them and they see me, and something's gonna transpire. It's these dates with destiny, if you will. And when I say date with destiny, I don't mean the dancer that you met in the strip club last Friday night and Saturday night. What I mean is that intangible, imperceptible knowing that this is someone that has something for you and that you have something for them. We can't always say what or how it's going to unfold, but there's definitely a happening coming. Whether that's today or 10 years from now, the best word for it is a karmic contract. Something that you agreed upon before you even showed up to this place called Earth.
Hey, come on.
And while I'm on my walk, it fully dawns on Mama that she has an incredible connection for finding El Machete.
¿Cuándo fue la primera vez que había escuchado usted del Jorge Goliat, del hombre machete?
Lo he escuchado como 2 o 3 veces, porque tengo familia que han ido.
What blows my mind here is that life in Cuba must be so eventful that multiple family members getting machete psychic surgery merely slipped her mind. Oh yeah, I remember. Uncle Maury did that for David last year. I remember we sat around and talked about it at Passover. How could I forget?
Cuba el mismo día que ustedes llegaron.
And by this man, she means Jorge of Santiago. As everyone knows, it takes one Jorge to find another Jorge. Actually, I've never heard that in my entire life.
Le dije, me duele la columna que no puedo caminar. Dice, cállate a machetazo. Le digo, no, si yo no me quiero operar porque estoy muy vieja.
Todavía no ha ido con él.
No, porque él se fue para Santiago de Cuba el mismo día que ustedes llegaron.
Okay, espera. So this guy, the same day that we arrived, he left. He went back to Santiago. This is obviously divinely timed.
Or for the big skeptics out there, an incredible synchronicity. You could have picked any Airbnb in the world. It's not like everybody in Havana is always seeing Jorge, right? It's not like Airbnb is like, oh, yeah, everyone goes to see Jorge. I mean, so that's kind of amazing.
The cynic in me, I can't, because I know he's there. I know the cynic is there, and I've also have this magical part. The cynic is like, sorry, we have nothing for you. Muchísimas gracias.
Cuando tenga el mensaje,
por favor.
Lo llamo.
Okay.
Para cuadrar voy a ir cuadrando lo del transporte.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
In college, I was on the crew team, and in my sophomore year, I injured my knee. I was devastated and I was desperate. I tried everything I could for 2 years with no luck. Then eventually, through the unseen hand, I was led to 2 older Jewish hippies that used Tai Chi and Qigong to heal my knee without touching me. And it had a huge impact on my perspective of the world, energy, life, and healing. It was during one of these healing sessions that I had an innate understanding that I would one day do the same work that they were doing. I didn't know how, and I didn't know when. 1 year later, I met my teacher. And that was good, because I was a 20-something-year-old with absolutely no patience. Gabriel Chin was a Tai Chi Qigong master that lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He was, for all intensive purposes, my Mr. Miyagi. I passed out a lot on Master Chin's couch. I honestly can't tell you in any tangible way what he taught me, but I was different. I was never the same. And my right ear started ticking like a clock that you could hear. Qigong literally translates to energy cultivation. And in this moment, I'm allowing this energy to flow through me. This was the same type of experience that I had that allowed my knee to heal. That's what changed my perspective on healing, medicine, and everything else. So for those of you that have never been a vessel for healing, you might find this whole thing really strange, like some sort of theater of the absurd. But basically, I just feel things around someone's body. Once you have the experience, you know. It's this magnetic feeling in my hands, and I go to where I feel the most warmth or this sort of invisible weight, this heaviness. And I help to remove the heaviness, to remove where it feels like things are imbalanced or stuck. I'm just a conduit. It's just flowing through me, and I'm just this live wire. Some people love what I do. Some people don't. You might call them haters. Back at Mama's, I am ecstatic because we got Jorge of Santiago on the phone.
Sí. 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 ¿Y el lugar?
Entonces, el lugar es en el Guajay.
Sí.
En el Guajay, cuando llegan al Guajay, buscan la ceiba.
La ceiba. El Guajay, ¿dónde está la ceiba?
La ceiba, okay.
Ajá. Y ahí pregunta dónde que vive, dónde que atiende Machete. Y ahí le van a ir buscando, la gente le van indicando ahí.
Ay, sí, mijo. Sí. Sí. Bueno, gracias. Que le voy a decir al chofer del carro, del auto, que esté mañana aquí a las 6.
¿Qué es la ceiba? ¿A qué se
ceiba
refiere?
es un árbol.
Ah.
Punto de referencia. Parece que es un
¿En
árbol.
serio?
Sí.
My Spanish isn't that great, But what I think they said is I have to go to a magical tree to find the Machete Man. I've talked to many trees in my day, but never a magical tree. And sadly, none of them have ever talked back. Honestly, talking to magical trees seems way less crazy than going under the machete. Without anesthesia.